Now, stand back for your own safety.
Voices in my head are screaming, metaphorically at me. I'm certainly not crazy, I don't think I'm all that crazy. But you see, the question's getting to me just a bit too much for me. I'm feeling it all over, and I wish it would be over if I turned into a grinning idiot who's with a quarter in my cop.
What's up, everybody? Fizz Stars here, and this is actually the last battle I had for my impromptu open challenge day thing that I tried to get out via YouTube. Actually I had a pretty good turnout. I did like 10 straight battles, which is like insane for me. I can't even imagine doing that again. So it was a pretty good turnout. I did a lot of battles, and this is one of the battles from there, and it is with revolutionX, who is a monster at UU, and I am like terrible at UU. I had 3 losses today. 2 of them were UU battles, so go figure. And I only had 2 UU battles. So I start off with anti-lead Slow King, and he's got a Clefable. Fuck. And he's got an Uxie also, and he's actually got a really well put together team, and it's like, fuck, it's so like bulky and stally. I predicted him to go for soft boiled here because I want to get something in that can scare this off or kill it. So I do send in Hariyama the Henderson, and I go for the sub on a switch. He switched into Uxie. I'm like, fuck, I think Payback can get it from here. Hariyama, he's got a massive attack. He is actually carrying the Psychic, which is good for him. I got the Payback on him. And guess what? It doesn't take him out. Because it's fucking Uxie, and Uxies are insane. So now I don't want to take the Psychic because I have a feeling Hariyama is going to be so important later. So I go into Dengar and I have a feeling I can take Uxie, whatever he can throw at me. I take Psychic like a champ, and I know U-turn's not going to kill me, so I'm just going to go for Surf, get damage on, I'm assuming the Clefable. And he does go into Clefable, so I get the Surf off, and it's just like, I got some damage on, cool. I leave it in for fodder because, it's of no use to me now. And now I can send in Hariyama again, and I was wondering why he's got Toxorb and the Seismic Toss, and it's for the trick. So I sub, and now I'm Toxic. And I swear to you, every time I use Hariyama, this specific one, I always, at the end of the battle, I go, fuck, I should change it to Guts. And, guess what? Fuck, I should change it to Guts. Because that would have KO'd the fucking Arcanine, who is bulky as shit. He's just gonna Morning Sun stall me, and I'm thinking, I don't have much for this guy, and Hariyama's pretty much crippled. He's pretty limited in what he can do now. I might as well go for that Stone Edge crit. That elusive Stone Edge crit that we all know and love. It's got the +1 crit ratio thingy. I'm just like, fuck, I need a Stone Edge crit on the stupid Arcanine, and that's what I want, and I want it now. Please give it. So I hit like 2 Stone Edges now in a row, and I'm like, well, I'm feeling pretty good about that. That's pretty cool. I'm bound to get 1 if I keep hitting them, right? I got 1 more left in me, and this is like the 3rd or 4th one I throw at him. I'm like, I don't miss. Here's the crit. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, no, it doesn't. It stopped right there. I'm like, fuck. And there goes, and down goes Henderson, due to Toxic. So now I have to send in Milotic, who's Scarfed. So that'll scare it out, and I would love to hit Clefable, but he sends in Uxie as fodder. So Uxie is down. And, at that point I was really happy. A UU battle against a UU champ of the Battle Fed, and I'm just like, fuck, at least now I'm not 6-0'd. So now I send in Miss Magius because I have a feeling it can't touch me, except it's got T-Wave. I'm like, fuck, that sucks. I don't want to be T-Waved, but whatever. I know it can't touch me, so now I have to go into a sub. So it's a free sub, and he sends in Registry. I'm like, well, I do have HP fighting, but it's not going to do anything to this thing. And I go for it, and it does about that much. And it's like, that's kind of as much as I expected it to do. Maybe a little bit more, actually. But it turns out it's a cursing Registeel, so it's like, fuck. He goes for another Iron Head, and I send in Houndoom for the resistance. I know it's still gonna hurt, but He's gonna resist it. So now I just go right for the Fire Blast. I hit Clefable. I'm like, yes. I thought about going for Nasty Plot, but I didn't. I do about like a quarter damage. I want to go for another one, but I just shouldn't. So I go back into Miss Magus because I'm predicting a T-Wave. And I get it, so that's pretty cool. And now I'm just going to fire away with the HP Fighting, because I know Registeel's coming back in, because it can wall me for years. Except I get Parahax, and that sucks so bad. So I got Parahax. Now I see it's a Cursing Registeel, and now I feel like I'm in trouble. So I go for the Hidden Power Fighting, and it does a decent amount of damage, and I would just like to get like one more off on it. And if I could get two, that would be amazing. So I get another one off, which is great. So that's pretty cool. Except, you know, I am paralyzed, so it's going to be faster, even after that curse, which kind of sucks. So he gets me down, and he's not even at half health, so I feel like, fuck, that sucks. So we send in Houndoom again, like hoping to scare it off. I thought about going for Nasty Plot here, but he ends up staying in. I'm like, please KO, and it doesn't. I'm just like, oh my god. But that's what I get for running Leftovers really. If I had Life Over, I would have picked him off easy. I just don't like Life Orb on him. So now I send in Venusaur, which is like my last hope forever. I set up a curse and he rests. I'm like, awesome. Now I can set up on him. And I was like, well, he rests. I wonder what his last move is. Maybe it's Sleep Talk. And so I set up another curse. I'm like, fuck yes. And it turns out he does have Sleep Talk. I'm like, fuck, that can't be good. It doesn't do much, which is great, which is amazing. So I set up another curse. He's going to be fast asleep, he uses Sleep Talk, and he's going to use Curse. Like, fuck, that sucks. So right now I know he's got to wake up, so I just figure I'm +1 on him. I might as well just go for Earthquake. See how much I can get on him. Because it's probably max special defense, max HP. I end up getting a crit, which is just amazing. I think in the long run it probably didn't matter because I have Synthesis, so I could probably outstall it. But anyways, made quick work with it. So now, if it was anybody except for Rev, and I was positive it was going on YouTube, I would have stayed in. I would have stayed in hoping for the Will-O-Wisp miss. But I was like, I gotta play like a champ. So I switched out into Milotic. I go for the Hydro Pump. I don't hit Clefable, which is game clinching for me. Like at that point right there, I was like, fuck, it's over. I'm done. Because I could have 2-hit KO it, and I was like, shit. So he paralyzes the Venusaur, and I was like, that's cool, because now he can't wow it. I tried to set up a curse on the switch, because that's needed, because I know he's going to intimidate. And I get paralyzed again, and I was like, shit. But you know, like, hacks around the corner for everybody. I mean, just like that was a major crit on him, and all this stuff happened to me. It was just unreal. So I go for the Earthquake, just, you know, I don't know, just seeing how much it does nothing, because I'm running 0, like, almost nothing, no attack in fucking Venusaur at all. So I switch out, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go into Tic-Tac-Toe. So I go in, I eat the Flamethrower, all that shit. I go for Hydro Pump again, because, like, I haven't seen anything that can, like, resist Hydro Pump yet. I'm feeling pretty good. Maybe Milotic can sweep. Maybe that would be awesome. You know, maybe he slams in Clefable and I can 2-hit KO that thing and I'd feel great. But then he has this thing. And I'm like, fuck. I go for the Hydro Pump because I was feeling an Ice Punch coming on. But he goes for the Dragon Dance. So now I switch into Venusaur and it's like, it doesn't really matter anyways. It's over. Good game, Rev. Thanks for coming to my open challenge. Like, I didn't expect anybody with a lot of subs to come. So that was pretty cool. I had a fun battling you. It was a 3-0, which in my heart of hearts is a mental victory for old Fizzy Face, because I suck dick. If you guys ever want to beat me, like, in a battle, challenge me to UU. That will do it. That will get you the win, I guarantee it. But, you know, getting 3-0'd by the YouTube Battle Federation champ, of you. Did I say UU? Whatever. He's the UU champ of the Battle Federation, and getting 3-0 by him is not that bad. I'll take it. You know, that's pretty good. Whatever. So good game, Rev. I hope we can do it again sometime, actually. I'm gonna work on my UU game. So watch out, everybody. I'm gonna be UUing left and right, making teams. You can't hide. Lock your daughters up. I'm coming.